Hi, my fellow IBDers. Today is day 7 in the IBD Awareness Week series, and today's topic is going to be IBD and its misconceptions. Now, for those of us that are in school or have been in school and are working, we have heard quite a bit of things of how people are misinformed about Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or lymphocytic colitis. So, I'm here to tell you guys the things that I've been told when I reveal to someone that I have Crohn's disease. Now, some of the things I'm going to tell you, I'm sure you guys can relate, or have similar experiences that I would love to hear from you. So, let's get into it. So, the most common thing that I've been told when someone replies to what I say when I have Crohn's disease, they always tell me "Are you going to die?" Now, that to me is kind of just wrong, because that's not people associate disease with death, and I hate that. People, see that people die from AIDS and cancer, so they think, oh, since this person's sick, sooner or later they're going to die, and that's not necessarily the case. People don't die all the time from diseases. It's not true. People are very misinformed. Um, another situation that happened to me was in senior year of college. Um, I was in a car with my friend and this other lady from class, and we were going to a destination point for one of our classes. We had to go to visits certain agencies or whatever. So we were going toward one of them, and on the way there, I had to tell them that I wasn't feeling well and stuff, and the reason why. Because I feel, because obviously when someone says, "Oh, you're sick," the first thing people say is, "What's wrong?" So I just kind of spelled it out. And what happened was one of the girls, because I was explaining how I'd been losing weight at the time or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, well, I just thought you were anorexic," and the whole car just everyone in the car just kind of just didn't say anything, and one of my friends was kind of telling me that this girl has no filter and she'll just say whatever, and some people are just ignorant like that. They just say what's on their mind regardless if it's hurtful or not. I don't have an eating disorder. I never had one. I just lose weight because when I flare up, obviously I'm going to lose weight. That's just what it is, you know. And this same girl, she was trying to tell me oh, I thought Crohn's was just a stomachache issue or whatever. I thought it wasn't that bad, you know. And that to me is just telling me that she literally knows nothing and she's just assuming on what she heard about it. If I'm telling her if she's stomach, she's automatically gonna assume, oh, it's not that bad. Let me tell you, Crohn's disease is hard to live with every day, and people that don't have it shouldn't say things like that because they don't know what it's like to live with it. So, that kind of angers me. Another thing that I was told in school, which obviously, I remember I even cried about this, is I hate when people say this to me because um, it's just wrong. You don't say that to someone. When you reveal that you have a disease, someone people have said to me on numerous occasions. That's why when I know if and when I work, I won't tell anyone about my disease because I just see reactions from people and how they react towards me, and it kind of makes me wary about telling people now. So one of the things someone told me was, is it contagious? A lot of people say that too. And being in college, you have to get along with people. So when they say things like that, you really just want to make an outburst because, people just need to look it up. Don't sit there and generalize my illness, and kind of, make misconceptions about it in front of me. That angers me so much. So, this person, I was trying to explain to them, I'm it's not contagious, look it up on Google, people just don't do that nowadays, and it humors me because, you know, people go online all the time for other things like Facebook and Twitter and all the other things, but they can't go online to look up a certain disease. One of my friends, she's telling me oh wait, I care a lot about you, so I looked up the illness and things like that. Things like that are nice. I remember one time when I was in school, actually, this only happened once, during one of my semesters in school where I actually had a positive interaction with someone when I told them. And the girl actually had colitis, which I thought was like, obviously cool because I had Crohn's, so we kind of like related on the same level as that. And like she would tell me like she had colonoscopy and all this stuff, and like, you know, that was like one of the more positive interactions that I had with someone because they understood where I was coming from with stomach issues or whatever. So yeah, I've only met one person in my life like with the disease. Um, so yeah, like those are some of the misconceptions that I've I have dealt with while in college. Junior year in college was not a fun year for me. Being diagnosed and getting sick and flaring all in the same semester was pretty hard. A lot of people didn't understand. A lot of people still don't. You know, People always tell you what they think they know about it. And I feel like people need to do their research. Just like you do research for a paper, do research for your friend's disease. It's not that hard. If someone told me they had a disease and they were my friend, I always look it up because if you care about someone enough, you will. Um, I don't know. I just wanted to make this video because a lot of people probably have had situations like this happen to them, and you look at the other person and think, what were they thinking when they said that, and you know all this type of stuff. There's so many misconceptions out there about it. It's it's just uncanny. But I just figured I'd tell you guys what happens to me, and that's why sometimes I like blog about how I have negative interactions, and it's because it's the truth. Like more often than not, someone will give me a negative response first before they give me something that they say, oh well, I understand, or something like that, or um, a lot of times like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please comment on this video and let me know what misconceptions people have told you in the past about Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or for some of you, lymphocytic colitis. And have a great rest of your day 7. Oh, it's the last day. Bye, everyone.